This is Gary. I've been looking forward to making this video for a while. I think about unsubbing to people all the time because I often get irritated by the videos they're making, but there's always some reason why I want to keep subbed to them. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 7 people actually. 4 I'm going to unsub, 1 I'm going to just not receive notifications, and there's 2 others that I'll remain subbed. This is all real stuff. This isn't clickbait. I'm finally doing this. I'm going to give you the reasons, the specific reasons for each one of them. Most of them are vegans, because that's most of the old subs that I have. And what I've learned over the last few years is that most vegans are losers. They're no different than omnis. Just like most vegans out there, it's clear that most vegans don't want to watch good YouTube channels. Just like most omni losers, they want to watch stupid stuff. Debates that don't get started. Clickbait. People obsessed with gut microbes, and they'd rather watch young noobs instead of older, wiser people. And because of these viewing habits, we've got a whole bunch of vegan channels out there that are the popular ones, but they should not be. And a lot of vegans don't vote, which is just total ignorance, I guess. They're so obsessed with their own world.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Okay, the first vegan I am unsubbing to is Freelee. I've been subbed to her for like 7 years. Wait, oh, it was way back at the beginning. That's like 10 years ago. So why would I suddenly unsub now? That is because I want to move on. It's no longer worth it to keep up with what she's doing. I want to clear my head out. And she doesn't do anything that I'm any longer interested in. And she does these political videos where she's on the wrong side. Here she says she doesn't support the Black Lives Matter movement. Wait, the organization? Yeah, see, that's a different thing. And that doesn't matter. This is just clickbait. As you can see, it worked. And it's not helpful to be making a video pointing out negative things in the organization. What matters is people are being abused, and she's supposed to be against abuse. And she hardly makes any videos, at least on this channel. So I don't know what's going on in her head. And so this is just the end of the line. It has run its course. That's that. So, subscribe. Unsubscribe from Freelee, the banana girl. This is the first. Unsubscribed. Next vegan. Now some of you may be surprised that I'm still subscribed to Vegetable Please. I am too. Let's see, I guess I stayed subbed because, like most channels, I want to keep up with them to see what they're doing. But again, I just want to move on and clear my head, especially him because of the real bad situation that I had with him. And I would like to forget all about him. It still upsets me sometimes. I think about it. Hopefully I'll be able to move on. And he is a joker. Our community has been ignoring him lately, and that's good. And I can tell you that he hasn't been doing much that is notable. A little bit of the usual clickbait. From his titles, I really can't tell what he's really doing or how he's eating. Because, you know, he's all over the place. He's even more over the place now. He's talking about his cat. Oh, wow, I didn't know about this. A month ago, Goji Man made a video about him. Thanks a lot again, Goji. Thanks a lot. He's not on a raw carnivore diet. It's just his progression of clickbait. He got off that diet. Wait, this Goji Man is a certified something, a real certified. He's supposed to be a serious person. He's reacting to BS, clickbait. And to be focusing on the most extreme, crazy stuff is not helpful to the majority of people. The majority doesn't even know about this until you bring it up to them. Speaking of Goji Man, he's not on my list, but maybe he should be. I guess I don't get all of his notifications, but I like to keep up with what he's doing. That reminds me, to my viewers out there, sometimes YouTube just removes notifications and subs, so make sure you're subscribed to me and have the notifications on. This life after 40. Now, yeah, so we know he turned 40, right? Because it's all about him. all about him. And he's suddenly an expert on turning 40 now. The dumb things I have done, right? I notice his views are down a little, of course. I'm sure a lot of people are sick of him. Or cat videos. Sauerkraut. Okay. So we are closing out here. So again, it's very similar to Freelee. We're at a point here where there's just no reason to keep going. I'm moving on. I have moved on. Haven't covered him in a while. So, unsubscribe from Vegetable Police. Unsubscribe. And now, I may never hear from him again. No notification will come up. And it will be like he doesn't exist. That's how you create your own world on the internet. Okay, now we're going to head out to Vegan Gains channel. But right now I want to mention Frank Tufano. He was on this list here. And the reasons I wrote down here why I wanted to unsub, and this was many weeks back when I was forming this list. He blocks pro-vegans. Yeah, so censorship. And I think he blocked me way back. So I don't like when I can't even comment on someone's video. Makes me not want to watch. But as of recently, I've now changed my mind. Now I don't want to unsub from him because I want to keep up on all the unusual things going on his channel. Like he's changed up his diet. He's eating more like me, eating the Carnivore diet. Well, that's one of the names. The original name was the High Fruit Carnivore Diet. Another person I was going to unsub from was Bart. But then, recently, we got more strange occurrences. Oh, and now that I'm saying this out loud here, putting those two together, isn't that interesting coincidence that both of them are making big changes right around the same time? Yeah, Bart was just really boring for a long time. His notifications were just, I'm on. We're doing live video, and it's not really about anything. But then he started doing weird stuff, like quitting YouTube and then coming back. So I want to keep up with him still. As for Vegan Gains, I'm not unsubbing from him. He's not that bad. But the thing is, most of his video notifications are not really related to diet. When they are, I'm just not that interested. So I'm just going to remove notifications. Of course, I'm not going to forget about him. And of course, if something big happens, I'll hear about it from somebody like Michelle Lowe. So Vegan Gains is a good example of how YouTube has basically fallen apart, at least people I've been following. Maybe I need to find new people, some fresh people, or re-find old people that YouTube has just unsubbed me from, or maybe they're such old subscriptions that it was before the time of notifications. So that's everybody on my list for now. There is big news on the diet front. Dr. Paul Saladino is trending because he has made some recent dietary changes. Well, it looks like he has moved it closer to my diet, the fruity carnivore diet. See, I told you I was on the right track. I've been trying to get carnivores to change to this kind of a diet.
This week, I wanted to talk a little bit about the plant toxicity spectrum in more detail because I got a lot of questions about that when I posted it on Instagram. So,
have I mentioned before, I think, the idea that this guy might be an opportunist? He's got a series called Controversial Thoughts. Why is it good if they're controversial? That's just the age we're in the last few years, where right is now wrong, controversy is good, theories are better than science. Let's forget that for now.
As I discussed last week in the Controversial Thoughts video, a basic carnivore diet for beginners is meat and organs. If I'm going to eat plants, are there some plants that are more or less toxic? It's based on bad science, epidemiology, which is quite misleading.
Carnivores, like Bart, they tend to attack epidemiology. Why is that? It's because it lies in the face of their teachings. Next, they're going to be saying it's like communism, just like socialism. Humans can figure out what their rightful diet is. They can, but they're too busy going in other directions.
This is an embarrassment. The folks who signed on to this are quite frankly nuts.
What the hell is wrong with you people? We are so disgusted.
Do you think they actually believe this insanity?
It makes us look like idiots.
As unnerving as almost anything I have covered, ever.
Something very crazy happened last week, and I just have to bring this to you and document all this in a quick video. I've always said that there are many parallels between the diet community and the political community. And also I think it's important for diet and health people, especially vegan and animal rights promoters, to understand what's going on in the outside world, especially politics. The Attorney General of Texas put out a lawsuit in an effort to overturn, that's the word that Trump is using. This lawsuit would take away the votes of a lot of places to change the results of the presidential election, which in normal times would be a clear win for the Democrats. But for some reason this year, the Republicans are not going to accept it. And what's a lot more amazing is that 17 other states signed on to this lawsuit.
Not that they have any shame. This is so important. This is so dangerous. You don't play with democracy.
To see 103 members of Congress take this position and a dozen from these states, there is something fundamentally wrong with the Republican Party.